Hi, everybody. It's me, Rudolph.
Just kidding. Did I fool you? Did you think I was Rudolph? Got my horns on and my nose. Okay, I didn't fool you. You guys are just too smart for me. You guys, today I have I love these books. They're really sweet, sweet stories. So we are going to get started right away with one of my favorite ones. This one is called The Broken Ornament, and it's by Tony D. Terlizzi. Long name. And it's just so sweet, you guys. It's so sweet. It's just a sweet story. And it is with permission from Simon & Schuster, the publishers, that we get to read this one today. So excited! Jack wanted this to be the best Christmas ever. I want more decorations, he said. That way, Santa will see our house first. His father chuckled. Well, you've certainly got that Christmas spirit. But it wasn't enough. Something was missing for Jack. Let's get a bigger tree. The tree is just fine, replied his mother. But Santa needs more room underneath to leave us more presents, said Jack. It was Christmas Eve. The house was decorated, the cookies were baked, and the tree had been trimmed. Yet Jack still felt like something was missing. He ran into the room holding a dusty old box. Look, I found more ornaments. His father sighed. I think we're finished decorating. Jack opened the box. A lone ornament lay nestled inside. Not that one, his mother said. But Jack didn't listen. See what happened? The ornament hit the floor, shattered into a million glittery pieces. Jack Michael, look what you've done! It's just a junky old ornament, Jack replied. Get another one. No, we can't, his mother said as she went upstairs. Jack's father grabbed a box of tissues and followed her. Jack knelt down, inspecting the shards. It was only an accident, he muttered. In a swirl of a shimmery frost, a tiny figure formed. Are you my fairy godmother? Jack asked. A bubbly voice replied, Godmother? Oh no, they don't trust me with a wand. Call me Tinsel. So, do you grant wishes? Jack leaned in close. What is it that you wish for? Tinsel replied. A smile curled in the corner of her mouth like a candy cane. I want the best Christmas ever. Then let's deck the house. Tinsel tossed a handful of glitter into the air. Each fleck became a fluffy flake of snow. She shook a sprig of mistletoe, and the pearl berries dropped to the floor. From each berry, an enormous Christmas tree burst through the floorboards. Tinsel tapped her tinkly bells. The front door flew open. A trio of caroling elves paraded inside, followed by a herd of reindeer, an army of nutcrackers, and a rowdy bunch of snowmen. More, more, Jack cheered. I don't think I would start a snowball fight in your house. Just saying. Is this merry enough? Tinsel asked. Jack's house was the most Christmassy in the whole town, probably even the whole world. But somehow something was still missing. A shiny fragment caught Jack's eye. Tinsel, can you get Mom a new ornament? No can do, Tinsel replied. I can give you every ornament in the North Pole, but it won't replace the one you broke. Why not? Jack asked. Tinsel fluttered near the gingerbread house, and it began to glow from within. Take a look, Sugar Plum. Jack peered through the frosting-framed window to see a little girl hanging an ornament that had broken. When she was young, her mother's favorite holiday tradition was trimming the tree with her grandma, said Tinsel. Jack could hear his great-grandmother's voice. I've had these since I was your age. She handed over a box of ornaments. Now they're yours. That was great-grandma's ornament, and I broke it. Jack looked at all the things the fairy had brought. Somehow it was too much, and yet not enough. I wanted this to be the best Christmas ever, and now it's the worst. Can you fix it, Tinsel? There's only one person who can make that kind of Christmas magic, replied Tinsel. Santa? Asked Jack. No, you. Tinsel tweaked his nose. You silly reindeer. Like a whoosh off the north wind, the idea rushed into Jack's head. He grabbed pencils, paint, and paper and set off to work. Jack heard his parents' footsteps on the stairs. In a blink of an eye, Tinsel's winter wonderland melted away. Time for bed, Jack. His mother's voice was soft. Santa will be here soon. Wait, I have something for you, Jack said. I'm sorry I broke your ornament. His mother opened her gift. Ah, Jack, what's this? It's your grandma giving you the ornaments. Jack's mother looked closely. But how did you know? Christmas magic, Jack said with a shrug. Oh, Jack, I love it. His mother hung the ornament on the top of the tree. Jack's heart felt so big, no amount of wrapping paper could hide it. Finally, it was the best Christmas ever. The end. So isn't that such a sweet, sweet story? I just love how Jack really wanted, he didn't think he was doing anything wrong, but sometimes when parents are like, no, don't, guess what? We have to listen, right? So that was really special. I think he made it better with his mom. What do you guys think? Yeah, I have another one, you guys, and this one is also a really sweet one. This one is called Drummer Boy, and it is by Lauren Long, and it is also with permission from Philomel Books that we get to read this one. We are going to start because it's so sweet. In a wintry town not far from here, a package was left on the doorstep of no particular home with a note that read, "Open now and enjoy the Christmas spirit early." That is what the child did. He opened the package and found a little drummer boy standing there playing his drum. Just what I wanted, said the child, and the drummer boy's heart felt warm. The child loved the drummer boy and played with him all the time, and as often as he could, when it was quiet and still, the little drummer boy played his drum for the child. Boom bum bum boom bum, boom bum bum boom bum, boom pat pat boom pat, boom pat pat boom tat. One morning, the drummer boy was left standing on the nightstand, and the dog's tail brushed him off. Down he tumbled right into a trash can. It was not a good place for a drummer boy. He didn't know up from down. Then the mother emptied him into an even bigger trash can and put it outside on the curb. Before he knew it, two strong men emptied him into a loud truck, and away it went. The truck was cramped and bounced him around, but the drummer boy did not say a word. He squeezed his sticks tighter and held his drum close. Can you see him in there? Oh. And a good thing, because with a roar, the truck emptied itself into the city dump. The little drummer boy found himself standing in a mountain of trash. A grumpy old rat, foraging for scraps, looked right at him and snarled. Despite the rude greeting in that cold place, he gripped his sticks tightly and started to play his drum. Boom pum pum boom pum, boom pum pum boom pum, boom pat pat boom pat, boom pat pat boom tat. The rat's snarl softened and he slipped away quietly. But the little drummer boy was only there for a song. It seemed when an owl swooped down, snatched him up, and flew with him out into the countryside to the top of an old tree. and a waiting old nest. There, hungry, screeching owls stretched their beaks at him. Soon the drummer boy started to play his drum. Boom pum pum boom pum, boom pum pum boom pum, boom pat pat boom pat, boom pat pat boom tat. The owls grew quiet and drifted off to sleep. But before the drummer boy knew it, the mother owl returned and plucked him and flew him to the city, leaving him there on the peak of a bell tower. Night fell, and the drummer boy was scared and alone. But as he looked out over the snowy city, it seemed to him that it was lonely, too. And so he stood tall and played his drum. Boom pat pat boom pat, boom pat bum boom pum, boom pat pat boom pat, boom pat pat boom tat. The city listened, and it was more at peace. The next morning, a big wind blew in, and the drummer boy was blown off the bell tower. He gripped his sticks tight, and he held his drum close as he fell down, down, down. He landed in a snowy thorn bush. A thorn stabbed him. He couldn't move, and as he lay there, he watched day turn into night again. All he could do was see sky, which slowly filled with stars. Ignoring the sharp thorn, he played his drum for them. Boom pum pum boom pum, boom pum pum boom pum, boom pat pat boom pat, boom pat pat boom tat. The stars twinkled to the beat of his drum. Did he fall asleep? For suddenly a barking dog with large teeth was chomping at his neck. The dog tugged to free him from the prickly thorn bush and carried him off. After roaming the city, he finally dropped the drummer boy at the foot of a big snowman. He was left alone again in the cold night. As a blustery wind whipped by, the drummer boy looked up into the frozen snowman's charcoal eyes, and he played his drum for him. Boom pum pum boom pum, boom pum pum boom pum, boom pat pat boom pat, boom pat pat boom tat. It gave the snowman a cozy chill. That night a raccoon carried the little drummer boy off to a place where there were statues and stones standing across a field covered by stone. The drummer boy didn't know where he was. He thought about the child and the warm home that he knew. He thought about the garbage dump and the rat and the owls and the city and the stars and the snowman and the charcoal eyes. The little drummer boy felt lost. The statues and stones surrounded him almost as if they were waiting. So with a heavy heart he played his drum for them. Boom pum pum boom pum, boom pum pum boom bum, boom pat pat boom pat, boom pat pat boom tat. And the snow fell. In the morning it was awakened by a familiar voice. "Merry Christmas, Grandpa!" The child did not see the drummer boy at all, for he was almost covered with the newly fallen snow. But as the boy placed the flowers on his grandpa's grave, he saw something sticking up from the snow nearby. "Mama! Papa! Look!" The child saw with amazement. "My little drummer boy! Out here in the snow!" And he took the drummer boy home. After Christmas dinner, when the candles were lit, all of the family gathered to sing songs. The child sat quietly with the drummer boy in the glow of the moment, and he was suddenly filled with Christmas spirit. He rose and carried the little drummer boy over to the mantel where a stable stood and placed him gently at the feet of the baby. The drummer boy looked at the baby before him. He took a deep breath and he began to play his drum as never before. Boom pum pum boom pum, boom pum pum boom pum, boom pat pat boom pat, boom pat bum boom pat pat boom tat. And the little drummer boy's heart felt warm. The end. What did you guys think? I think it's just such a sweet song. I was so scared in the beginning. I didn't know if the drummer boy would ever find his way back, and he sure did. So I'm so excited. I hope you guys love these two as much as I did. We will see you tomorrow for 2 more really fun books.